weeks have been good, pretty brutal. We're filming a new movie out here.
Tell us more.
It is called Without Remorse with Michael B. Jordan, and it's a Tom Clancy novel. So there's lots of action, and so we've been training non-stop for the past 2 weeks, and we start shooting on Monday.
Nice. Are you nervous?
Before working, yeah, always a little nervous. You never know what it's going to be like. You could, things in the beginning always kind of tend to go wrong. And so you kind of prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. So.
Fair enough. Are you playing a villain again?
No, not this time. To be honest, I love, anytime I could play a villain, I'll probably choose to. They just seem to have more freedom and more fun, and they're just more entertaining to play. So
They are. But what do you think about you makes people choose you as a villain? Is it the blue deep eyes?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you have intimidating personality, maybe?
I hope not.
You don't seem like.
You know what? I don't know why. Maybe I have that he looks like an asshole kind of look.
Guys, do we agree with that?
Yes.
They're well trained. Well, you always played that, not always, sorry, but a lot of roles as this bad boy, this like kind of 90s vibe as well in a way. So you always have that little dark side to you. Is that the real Cam as well? Do you have a dark side in your life?
Yeah. I mean, don't we all kind of have a little dark side?
Well, true. That is true.
Yeah, and it's and that's probably why bad guys are so much fun for me, and why they just kind of come naturally. It's because I have 3 kids and a family at home, and so when I get to go to work, it's the complete opposite of who I am at home, and so I can kind of like, I live vicariously through these bad guys, because I can't do it at home.
Exactly, so every day you're doing the good guy, and you can explore your dark side.
Exactly,
in the movies.
Find a balance.
Fair enough. You were saying before that things in the beginnings of the shooting tend to go wrong. I guess you're talking from experience?
Yeah, I mean, Murphy's Law is just kind of always there, and it's always tough at the beginning when, especially if you haven't had, rehearsals or any time beforehand. It's really just, 200, 100 people getting together and starting to work on that day. It gets, everyone's kind of trying to find their way, and attitudes and personalities are clashing on that first couple of days.
It sounds like there's a story behind it. Do you have at least one "it went all wrong" story from a set?
Well, yeah. All right. So one of my last jobs, it was a TV show called Ice, and nobody watched it, unfortunately. But there was probably a reason for it. So when we started, within the first 2 episodes, we had gotten rid of pretty much 50% of the executives and the writers, and then 2 more episodes we got rid of them again, and then so you keep getting rid of people, and instead of that never works. Instead of just sticking it out and finding your way, but in this business, people are quick to just turn it over and try something new.
It is a stressful business as well, isn't it? Because everything changes.
Everything changes, and especially right now with the competition and Netflix and online, and who knows where it's going to kind of end up. And so there's such a need for good content, and sometimes that need will take precedence over quality. And so we're just kind of like rushing to get stuff out there as opposed to, you know, taking your time and putting something good out there.
That is correct, that is correct.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check with the audience if they have questions because I have more, but I need to check with them, okay? Let me check. Guys, do we have some questions? And they're shy, they're before their first coffee. Here you go, there is a beautiful question. I think you're gonna be my favorite audience member. He won a t-shirt already. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Cam. I hope the question is not too personal. What do you think? Is it your acting skills or your looks that get you a job? Or both?
You know, that's a terrible question to ask me. I would hope that it's my acting. But you know, it's funny because on jobs that I was like, oh, I feel like I'm perfect for this. This is totally for me, and I don't get hired for it. And so when people usually say is that, you know, when people are casting, they're looking for the right couch, so to speak, and sometimes you're just the wrong couch. And you know, when the right couch walks in, you just know that, oh, this is the couch that I want. And so a lot of the times it's that first impression that casting directors or that, you know, executives have that really kind of sticks with them. And you know, you just kind of hope that you kind of are the couch that they want.
So that's your dream, to be the couch.
Be the couch.
Thank you very much for the question. So how do you prepare for auditions?
I hate auditions. It's just the worst. I prepare like, you know, just trying to, you know, because sometimes nowadays, especially with the online audience and the secretiveness, I guess, that sometimes they don't even release the script, and so you're going off of like 6 pages of dialogue, and then you just kind of build what you can and make some choices and memorize your lines and go in there and do it in front of a bunch of strangers who are standing 6 feet away. It's an awkward process. I mean, it is painful.
Like, it has to be so stressful as well.
So stressful, and I'm not good in front of strangers as it is, and so this, it definitely tests your resolve. So.
Do you want to tell us about a part that you really wanted to play but you didn't get the audition?
Any comic book movie?
Really?
I mean, yeah, no.
Which one did you audition? Tell us.
I haven't auditioned. I mean, I think maybe I did audition originally a long time ago for Captain America, but no, if there was a comic book movie that I could be, I would love to be in Guardians of the Galaxy.
That is true.
Right, and I've worked with Chris Pratt, and he's probably one of the most genuine, just decent guys in Hollywood. And so, being on a set with him is fun, and that's kind of part of it. You know, you want to find people who you enjoy working with, and you know, he's one of the good ones in Hollywood. So.
Well, he seems like a good guy.
He seems like a good, and he is. That's kind of who he is, right there.
Well, that shows, doesn't it? I think in his persona as well.
For sure.
Well, I'm gonna ask you about Twilight. I have to. How the audition for Twilight went?
It went, you know, it went well, actually. Obviously, I mean, I got the job. And Catherine Hardwicke was, you know, she's very quirky and comfortable to be around, and so she kind of made the whole process very easy, and it was kind of a testament to kind of how she disarms people so easily. She doesn't have that Hollywood kind of thing, and so it yeah, she made the process very easily.
What is a Hollywood thing?
You know, they're just like
Fake.
affected, fake. You know, it's like, you know, it's Hollywood.
Fair enough. But how did you know about the role? It was just the classic, your agent called you and...
Yeah, no. And what's funny is, so when I was, I always forget about the story. When I was actually shooting Never Back Down, my wife, this is before Twilight was even being cast. My wife was flying to Orlando, where we shot Never Back Down, and she was reading Twilight. And when she finished it on the plane, it was her favorite book that she'd ever read. She was like, oh my God, you have to, and as soon as she got to Orlando, she's like, this is going to be a movie, I promise you have to make sure that your agents know about this, and then like 6 months later, that movie came about.
So it's your wife's fault?
It's my wife's fault, damn her.
But did you ever felt that the movie's gonna be such a...
No, we didn't. I mean, obviously it was a book, and so it had a following, but when we were shooting it, like, nobody really had a clue. It was just a couple of kids, really, who had no idea. We just thought, you know, we were making another movie, and, you know, there was, by the end of filming, you could kind of get hints of paparazzi being around, and like, wait a second, this might actually be something. And then, you know, obviously the second one, it was an entirely different movie. You know, it was a different series. So yeah.
And you knew.
Yeah, then they all knew. Thankfully, I didn't have to be a part of it.
And Twilight has a very special fan base.
Yeah, and intense.
Intense, that's a good word.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite fan art or fan encounter that you want to tell us about?
Oh, wow.
Because that has to be many.
Yeah, no, there are a lot. Let me think. Well, what's funny is when, this was like after the movie came out, a fan had actually sent me the book with her signature in it. And she just said, because obviously she was like, I said something about her being, her thinking that I would always be sending books out or signing books out, so that she would send me, so I could keep one. And I still actually have it on our shelves.
That's
yeah.
really cool. That's a very sweet story.
Yeah.
Thank you. Guys, my lovely audience, do you have any questions? Hands up. Guys, can hear us? Okay, maybe that's the problem. Back row, can you hear us? One person, that's good, that's a good score. Middle rows, can you hear us, guys? 2 people, amazing! Okay, front rows, are you with me? Alright, we have the front rows, I guess. Just a quick reminder, we have Superman t-shirts for people that ask questions. Oh, there's a question, here you go.
When did you play your first real role?
When did you play your first real role?
My first role was CSI. I think maybe Miami or something. And then the next, my first real role, I got fired from. It was a soap opera.
What did you do?
I don't know. I wasn't good enough for soap operas. I know that. So yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough break. That was a rough time for me. But I was a kid, so I was okay.
Is it true that playing in CSI is like a good investment? Because they keep on playing reruns, so you get in the...
Right, residuals.
Yeah.
I mean, even now, yeah. I'll get 7 cents in the mail and stuff like that. Something.
Fair enough. Okay, I have a few more questions because I need to know. So, Nicole Kidman, Nicolas Cage, Joel Schumacher, how was that?
That was intense. I mean, yeah, Nicole Kidman, she has, yeah, such an amazing work ethic, and she's just kind of such a boss and a badass, and you know, as gorgeous as she is. So we would be in makeup, and no matter if her makeup was half done or whatever, if they said, hey, we need you, we're ready on set, she would stand up and go to set and say, all right, you guys gotta finish it on the way, or when we're there, or whatever. She wouldn't hold up production for, you know, which is, you know, rare among, you know, actors in Hollywood. They would sit there in that makeup chair until they are perfect, but not her. She's work first. Professional, very professional. Nicolas Cage is one of the funniest guys in Hollywood. There's a time where I would die laughing. Yeah.
He's a meme as well. He's like very
right.
meme,
right.
Good meme source.
Right.
Do you have any stories from the set that you remember? Something that you were like, whoa, that's first time in my life that happened.
God, from that set?
That was a very short set as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, we shot that, it was, God, I don't really remember. We were shooting in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is a hellhole. And I think we were staying at a hotel that was up above a casino. I mean, it was a rough spot. But I know, I just remember what sticks in my head the most is Nicolas Cage. He would even he would do these, you know how he kind of moves and walks and is also quirky. After every take, or even in the middle of take, he would be doing his kind of shtick, and it would just trying to make you laugh, you know, trying to get you out of your head. And yeah, most of the time I couldn't keep a straight face because he's comic.
You should do stand-up comedy, huh?
Right.
Imagine that. What's cool about him is that he is aware that he's quirky.
Yeah, no, he's very aware of it.
And that makes him even funnier. Fair enough. What was the challenging that set? Because those are big actors. Joel Schumacher is a big director. Was that like, shit, can I do it? Or nah, fuck it, I got it.
No, they're big because they have a process and they work, and it's about the work, it's not really about who they are. And on that movie in particular, we were fortunate enough to have 3 weeks of rehearsals. Just, you know, we're in a hotel room just working things out, working the scenes out, doing it. And, you know, that's with Nicolas Cage and Nicole Kidman, which that's the one time that we've actually had a rehearsal process with, you know, stars of that caliber, which is a rarity. I mean, it's literally, that's the only time it's ever happened.
Did you learn something?
Yeah, you learn something on every set, on even every audition, every mistake that I've made. I try to hopefully can take something away from it.
My dear audience, last chance to have a question. Here we go. There's 2 questions. 3 questions. Okay.
Hello. What is your favorite director? Is there a dream director you would like to work with?
Your favorite director?
My favorite director is probably, that I've worked with, is probably Antoine Fuqua. We shot Magnificent Seven, and then we also did a pilot together. He's the real deal, and he doesn't take shit from anybody. He's the boss. He's the man. I mean, there was times where he would, if he wasn't getting, and we would take as long as he wanted, which, you know, in Hollywood costs a lot of money. And but it was just about the work. And there was times where, if the dialogue wasn't working, he would ask us, all right, let's do the scene without any dialogue, and just kind of, so the scene would be silent, but then we'd kind of find all these new things and all these kind of new moments that we could then explore once we added dialogue on top of it, because, you know, dialogue can sometimes be a distraction. And the fact that he understood that, he and he takes his time with actors, which is, you know, rare in Hollywood. So.
Cool, thank you. Any director you would like to work with?
I mean, there's a ton of them, all of them. I mean,
All of them.
all of them. Spielberg, Scorsese, you know, there's so many. Yeah, I'm young, so hopefully. Tarantino, right?
There's
the list
slim
goes
chances.
on, right? And so yeah, I'm young enough, so hopefully I get a chance to accomplish that.
But the directors are getting old. Come on.
That's true. You're right.
Watch them when they're still
You're right.
alive.
You're right. Very true.
Thank you. That was a good question. Next question, please. And guys, please don't forget to. I'm gonna throw T-shirts to you later. Okay?
Hi. She said earlier that you were stuck in the scary movie genre. Is there a different genre you would like to play in, or a favorite one that you haven't played in yet?
My favorite ones. I mean, my personal favorites are science fiction or space, really specific to space movies. I mean, I was in Pandora, but yeah, anything that has to do with space, I would like to do. But as far as genres, I would love to be in a comedy. Funny is funny.
Funny is funny.
Funny is funny.
Thank you. That was a good question. Any other questions? I saw him here in the front row. But comedy is really difficult.
Comedy is very hard. It's hard to be funny.
And
Yeah.
timing is everything.
Right.
That
But I
would be
love to laugh, so.
true. Who doesn't? Do you know somebody that doesn't? Hi.
I just wanted to ask if you had any hidden talents.
Ooh. Come on, everybody has
Hidden talents.
something.
I have hidden talents that will remain hidden. I learned how to do the Running Man. I'm not going to do it.
No,
but
I'm not gonna make
trust
it,
me,
that's what
I did learn.
Did you? But did you learn because you wanted, or was it for a specific reason?
No, it was just because I wanted to.
Just Friday evening
I saw
at home,
someone do it, and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
and you did it.
It took a while, but yeah.
That's a hidden
I
talent.
don't know how to dance. I just know how to do one specific thing.
So if you go out dancing, just go do one
I know.
move all the time.
Just do the whole Running Man all the way home.
Fair enough. Thank you very much. That was a good question. Do you have another one? No. She was scared. All right. Last from me is really Cher and Christina.
Right.
How was that?
Right. It was good.
Good.
It was good.
Come on, like meeting Cher for the first time. I would be thrilled.
No, Cher was amazing.
Did you try on her wigs?
No, I did
Missed
not try
opportunity.
on her wigs. That was not a fantasy of mine. Christina is. She's amazing. It was weird. It was tough. It was. Obviously she's a huge superstar and has an amazing voice.
But she was not an actress.
Not an actress. Right. And so, yeah.
So that was challenging sometimes.
No, she worked her ass off and she tried she gave the best she could. Sometimes acting's not easy. So, and she had a lot of distractions. Which someone, of her, being a superstar, acting is really just like two people in front of a camera, but she had a lot of other things going on.
A lot of baggage with her. I understand. Okay, fair enough. But did you enjoy being on that set? Because
of course. I had a blast, and it was fun, and even just to watch her sing and all the burlesque stuff was fun to watch.
And with Cher, because she seems like a very wise woman. Like, did you have a moment of, I don't know, a conversation about life, or did you spend time with Cher, chilling, sipping tea, and talking about, I don't know?
We did not have conversations about life.
You ruined all my fantasies.
It was funny. It was, alright, here's how it was with her. So like, it was obviously a huge production, and you know, they built this huge set, and there was just a lot of moving parts and a lot of crew members and cast and you know, the director, and there was lots of drama and everything, even off stage. But as soon as Cher showed up, everybody was on their best behavior. Everyone got shit done. Everyone was there to work. There was no bullshit. And yeah, she was just her presence. It's not like she was saying, "Hey, let's get to work." It was just, as soon as she showed up, everyone just cut the BS and we got to work.
That's amazing quality, isn't it?
Very nice when she was on set.
I understand.
It wasn't enough.
I understand. Well, unfortunately, I will have to thank you very much for being on our stage.
No, thank you for having me.
Please teach me your last name again.
Gigandet.
Gigandet. It's a beautiful surname, but it's difficult.
It is.
Does it mean anything, do you know?
It means Gigandet.
Gigandet?
No, it does. Ah, shit. Shoot. I don't remember what it...
Okay. It definitely means something.
It's French.
I hope so.
Yeah, it means something in France.
All right, again, guys, thank you very much, audience. Thank you very much, Cam Gigande.